Chap tales. Don't you wanna hear some chap tales? Chappity chap 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 chappity chap chap. Howdy doody stringy one day. Hello. Alright people, what is happening? How you doing? Okay, so I've been digging a barrel like usual, and yeah, thought of a couple more stories, so we will get further in the year with chap tales, eh? Okay, so this night was actually quite a funny night. Like, I was in a band at the time with Simon Noosa, Shan, the bass player, and we had a number of drummers. Let's just say Sam Talent, because he's my favourite one. Okay, yeah, so at a gig down Shaftesbury Avenue. It was bang smack on Shaftesbury Avenue. Never been in there before. It's like some place you go downstairs and it's all sweet and it's like fairly close to Piccadilly. Anyway, went down there, had a sound check, amazing sound check. We sounded unbelievable. Even the sound man said to me as we come off stage, yeah, you lot are top stuff. He goes, I can't wait to engineer for you later. I was like, nice one. Anyway, so yeah, so we done our sound check, sat down, started doing what you do and just hanging about, waiting, you know what I mean, watching the other bands, whatever. Anyway, Shan's girlfriend has turned up. She's out on Shaftesbury Avenue and they won't let her down because it's sound check time and all that. She's got a couple of pals with her. And so we're just like, hungry? You hungry? So everyone just sort of looked at each other and went, yeah, mate, I'm hungry. As you know, being there, you're right close to Chinatown. You know what I mean? Wardour Street, nice. So we picked up our guitars because, I mean, they tell you to leave them there, but no, thank you. You don't leave £1,500 guitars unattended. No. Sam Talent was more trusting, left these cymbals and snare there. So there was like 4 band members, and then there was about 4 of Shan's girlfriend and her friends, and I think that was it. I think there was only 8 of us. If I've forgotten you, I'm sorry. Yeah, so we basically walked down to Wardour Street, chucked a right into Wardour Street, and then said to each other, let's find a nice Chinese. Now, we went up and down, Brick Lane, thinking about curry. No, yeah, up and down, Chinatown. And there's so many restaurants down there, and when you ain't like eating many of them, you know what I mean? Because every time I go there, I eat in a different one because I say to myself, once you find that one, you'll keep going back. But it don't ever work like that. And to tell you the truth, as I've got older, I'm less and less in the West End. So yeah, so we in the end we came to a decision. Yeah, and this place was up some stairs, so boom, we're all going upstairs, but we've got all our gear with us, like, do you know what I mean? A big bass guitar. I think I was playing acoustics. I had an acoustic with me. Spug had his electric with him, and then Spug had a pedal board, and I think we left the amps there. But anyway, it looked like, do you know what I mean? We had a bit of gear with us anyway. So we're going up to this restaurant, and then you had to ring a door, and then they let you in. So you ring the door, they let us in. So we've all bogged through. I'm bang smack at the front of things. So obviously I love to have a laugh with people. So we've walked in and we've been greeted by some lady, and she's like, hi, how many of you do you want to sit down? But we've all got guitars and all that, and I can see she's looking at them thinking, what's going on from here? And I was like, hello darling, you're right. Whereabouts do you want us to set up then? And she's like looking at us, she's like, set up? And I was like, yeah. Didn't your manager tell you? He's booked us to play here the night for all your guests. She's looking at me and just like bewildered. She just looked like, oh my God, what is going on here? So I was just like, yeah, so should we go over in that corner? Because it looks like there's a bit more space over there. And then she's like, oh, just could you just wait a moment? I need to go and get, please, could you just wait? And I was like, well, we need to set up because like we've got like a 4-hour set. So we need to start playing, darling. Do you know what I mean? So we better just go over there and start setting up, hey? And then she's like, no, sorry, I need to just go and speak to someone, please just, oh, come on. So anyway, she walks off and then them lot are saying to me, stop it, John, man, stop winding them up, please. Anyway, she's come back with some fella and he's like, hi, what seems to be the problem? I said, are you the manager I spoke to? He's like, well, no, the manager's not here at the moment, but I can sort out anything. And I was like, yeah, well, the manager said that he'd give us £200 each for the band members, yeah? And the rest of our crowd would get free food, right? So where are we going to set up? Because we're going to be playing for the next 4 hours. And he was like, oh my, I need to ring the manager. Is that okay? So anyway, he started ringing the manager and them not like, John, stop it. Stop now, because this is just getting outrageous. Stop. So I said to him, excuse me, mate. And he's like trying to ring the manager. I was like, and he came over and he put the phone down and he's come over and he's like, is everything okay? And I was like, mate, I'm winding you right up, okay? We're just here to eat food. What table do you want us to sit at? There's 8 of us. But I'll tell you what, right? His face when I was saying that we was there to play and that, it was just like, oh my God. Because he seen us like with all like, I don't know, someone might have had an amp with him, like, so it looked like a speaker as well. And Peter, he was just like, he didn't know what to say to us, you know what I mean? But he guided us to a table. We sat down, we stuck all the guitars like at the back out of the way or whatever. And we're sitting there like, and we're looking at the menus and that. And then everyone's looking at me going, they are going to put stuff in our food and everything because of you now. And I was like, argh. But I was so hungry. I just thought, nah, they wouldn't do that. Would they? Would they do that? I don't know. There's a lot of rats down old Chinatown, I'll tell you that much. So that sweet and sour chicken on Kong style might have been sweet and sour rat on Kong style. But yeah, it was proper funny. You had to be there, I suppose, or you can just sort of like try and interpret this in your head, like make your own little visionary of this restaurant. You know what I mean? Didn't have too many people in there when we went up because it was fairly early still, because it was just after our sound checks. So it was probably about 6:30. And the restaurant hadn't started filling up or whatever. There was a couple of people in there and they was just looking at us like, what is going on? Like, but yeah, it was proper funny. Like, oh my God, you had to be there though, I suppose. All right, well, thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, ring bells, write comments, you know what I mean? Please, I love it. And yeah, it helps the channel, as people say. All right, well, nice one. I'll speak to you lot soon. Nice one. Chat tales. Don't you wanna hear some chat tales?